Hey guys, welcome to Real Estate with Ryan. This is episode 5, and I am interviewing Ryan Dolliver. Hi, Ryan.
Hello, Ryan.
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, man.
Could you tell me about yourself aside from real estate?
Sure, I can. So, I guess outside of real estate, some skills I have, or maybe even my past career or job, I was an instrumentation technician. So that's like a guy. I worked in the oil field, and I worked on like some complex technology or like valves or things that help make the process more automated. And what else can I tell you? I live in St. Paul, Alberta right now. I just moved from Cold Lake, Alberta, so it's like northern Alberta area. What else can I tell you? I love hanging out with my girlfriend, chicken wings, and the odd Molson Canadian. What else? Yeah, and outside of real estate, what else can I tell you? I love volunteering at like an SPCA or walking dogs. I think that's really cool. And I love going to the gym. That's another thing that's really, really good for me. That makes me super happy.
Absolutely. How did it occur to you to start investing?
How did it occur to me to start investing? I guess my mother probably would be the first person to introduce me to it. And this would have been when I was pretty young, probably like 8 or so. And the concept of making money without working fascinated me. I thought that was magical, really magical.
You know the value of
Quick follow-up. How long have you been investing?
Oh, so
so there's one that I
pretty young, probably about 8 years old. I'd have to go back and check to be sure, but around that time, my mom had some investments with a financial institution called Investors Group. So this is kind of like stocks and bonds and certain funds like this. And there was a guy who would come to our house named Jason, and he kind of introduced it to me, and yeah, I guess that's how it all started.
What's your buy criteria?
My bio?
Your buy criteria.
Oh, for real
What do you
estate.
buy?
So for me, I buy value add properties. So properties that typically need some renovations or some work. Properties where the rents are probably a little lower. Properties that are usually older, sometimes like 50, maybe even 70 years old. What else can I tell you? I typically buy properties in small towns or secondary markets. I find the price point is lower, so it's great for investors when they're getting started, because investors when they're getting started, usually most people have to work in order to come up with that first down payment. So if you can enter into the market at a lower price, it's better than trying to save money or and try to buy a more expensive property. It's better to make the investment sooner and allow time and inflation to grow your wealth.
That's a very good explanation. Thank you. How do you evaluate risk versus reward in a deal?
Oh, how do I evaluate risk versus reward?
what as getting so
Okay, so
put on this on the
risk. I guess what are some things that would be risks?
sushi.
Usually for my type of properties, the biggest risk is CapEx expenses. So when you're buying rundown properties, you usually come across a property that somebody has not necessarily taken the best care of over the past maybe 10 years, 5 years, and they defer these capital expenditures. So the biggest risk for me is things like old boilers that are certified every year and maintained. Roofs, like a roof that's not checked, because like if you're buying in Alberta, for example, if you're buying a tar or a building with a tar and gravel roof, it's like $100,000 to replace. So that can really make or break a deal. And then reward. So how would I evaluate reward is usually based on where the purchase price of the property versus the ARV or the after repair value. And that after repair value is usually based on market rents for the area. So if I can take a property and maybe have a unit that's not in great condition and renovate it and upgrade it to mid to high condition and rent it out for market, you can that value that you create is a calculated reward, and that it's usually very, very beneficial and totally worth it.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you. How do you research and analyze markets before buying?
So research and analyzing markets. One major thing that I look at is major economic drivers. So what's going on in the area? Where do people work? Is there any major infrastructure spending? So something like maybe there's what are the industries in the area? So maybe there's oil and gas, maybe it's agriculture, maybe it's manufacturing, maybe it's a rail yard, maybe there's like the hub of all the trains in Canada or Saskatchewan go through that town. What else can I tell you? Analyzing markets. So another thing that's really important is population. So like for me personally, I try not to go in towns less than 5,000 people. I find it really difficult for finding things like property managers, plumbers, electricians. Really, really difficult when it's less than 5,000 people. You don't have as much choice, and so, geez, if you piss off that one electrician, then there might not be any other electricians. So something to keep in mind when you're looking at a property. Another thing, immigration. Are people moving to that area? And jobs totally influence that as well.
Absolutely. Yeah. I totally understand what you're talking about here.
Yes, sir.
What has been your most successful investment so far?
Oh, my most successful investment so far. I guess made a couple pretty successful investments. If we're talking maybe overall return on investment, it would probably be my most recent deal. I would say Alberta. That deal. I made money as soon as I bought it. Like the money I put down plus the closing costs was less than the equity I gained as soon as I closed. That was a super exciting feeling. My deal in Melville was also pretty successful. I had to do some CapEx, like I was talking about earlier with that one. So there was a little extra spending on the investment side there, but the equity I gained was, again, incredible. It's kind of like the secret value, or the value that the average person or consumer doesn't notice. It shouldn't be overlooked because it's how people become wealthy in this game, for sure.
Yeah. What trends are you seeing in the real estate market right now, and where specifically?
Okay, so trends in the real estate market. So this is obviously very dependent if we're talking about location. Like Calgary has a slightly different trend than Edmonton, and Edmonton has a slightly different trend than maybe Saskatoon. Some of my markets, since they're secondary, are definitely highly influenced by the major markets inside that province. What can I tell you about? Edmonton has been on fire recently. There's been a lot of deals going on in Edmonton. I can see them probably starting to slow down soon, as we're going to see an increase in inventory for sure. What else can I tell you about?
Some stuff. One, it's big skit.
Analyzing things in the same areas. Alberta has been
You don't know the all time again.
hub for immigration for all of Canada. You see people from
So,
anybody. Look, there's like tons of immigration to Canada, right? All across all the provinces, but you see net migration, people moving to Alberta because of affordability. I don't think that's going to stop. I think Alberta is going to be the most affordable place to live in Canada for a while. Like, just
move them up.
because of maybe some of the landlord-tenant laws and how the Alberta runs as a province versus Nova Scotia, for example, or Ontario.
Yeah. Algorithm. So it fit. Really? Oh, so.
Yeah, thank you.
That's good.
How do you manage your properties?
Oh, so I do a bit of a. I have a property manager in Melville now. I mostly do self-manage my properties, so like I fill out the leases, I find the tenants, I handle a lot of the we'll say easy repairs like the doorknobs or the light bulbs. I do a lot of the hiring contractors, hiring caretakers, hiring a property manager. I think it's really creates a lot of time for you if you hire a property manager. It does cost money every month. You are gonna have less cash flow, but you'll definitely have more time to seek out more deals and increase your cash flow.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like catch-22, I guess.
Yeah. Do you invest with partners or go solo? And what are the pros and cons?
Okay, so I've done both. I've invested with partners and I've invested with, or just me. So pros and cons. The biggest pro with investing with partners is you get a little bit of the mastermind effect. You get to kind of call on and use the experiences and knowledge of the other person that you're with to figure out problems, because problems come up and it's like, geez, this pipe exploded and I don't really know how to fix it, but my partner knows how to fix it or has some experience, or geez, the plumber's quoting me this much money and I'm not sure if that's too much or too little, or if he's ripping me off. But my partner has some experience with that, so he knows that this plumber is overcharging us a bunch, so he saved us $2,000 in that example, or something like that. It's usually really significant, the amount of money and the value contribution of a partner, that it totally outweighs the cost of splitting the equity. Like, if I was going to go back, I would do more deals with partners versus just on my own, just because of that collective working together. Is the team does this way better than the solo, for sure.
Absolutely. What would your advice be for me today to be successful in the future?
I would say keep doing podcasts. Keep doing podcasts. This will give you some great exposure on the internet. People are going to watch this and they're going to think, wow, Ryan, we have video proof of Ryan talking to dozens and dozens of real estate investors. He's been in the right rooms. He's talked to the right guys. He's talked to more millionaires than probably most of the people watch the videos. So you'll be perceived as an expert, and you'll also just gain a ton of knowledge from being with people.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely. Keep doing podcasts. Keep connecting with people in the real estate space, and things will start to come together for you. Like, you meet your first realtor, they might send you a deal every once in a while. You make a bunch of friends. Now you can raise some capital. Yeah, and this will really explode for you. It's a great tool. Using social media and YouTube.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And this is my last question.
Sure.
Is there any book, resource, or person that influenced your investing journey that you would recommend to others?
What's an ad?
Okay, book. So what is a great book would be How to Win Friends and Influence People. This book will teach you about communicating with people in a way that people want to communicate with you, and people want to work with you, and people feel good after they talk to you. And the more you can do that, the more you will attract trusted people in your life, or again, raise capital, or people will bring you deals. Like, I mean, if you can't think about it, like, you wouldn't want to work with some guy who's like a jerk, right? That sucks. That always sucks. But if he's like super nice and everybody's laughing and making jokes, then they get a general good feeling, and they're like, yeah, I want to talk to that guy again. And the more conversations you have with somebody, the more likely you are to do a deal with them.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, thank you so much for joining me on the show. Thank you.
You're the best, Ryan. My pleasure.
You too, Ryan.